And we're live. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Um, how's your week? Yeah, pretty fucking wild. We got a snow apocalypse. Figured out the audio. Either fucked up on an editing end, or my Blue Yeti is I can't figure it the fuck out. It's supposed to be plug and play, easy as shit, right? Well, it's not. Um, oh, I'm just a big dumbass. One of the five. Fucking snow apocalypse, man. So what, who the fuck is gonna blame Joe Rogan? You know, first he moves to Texas, and then there's a double hurricane, and then he's moving all the comics out to Texas. Now hell freezes over. Like, what the fuck? Blame Joe Rogan. It's that motherfucker's fault. It's all his fault. Um, Shit's weird. Like Ted Cruz, he took off. He abandoned his constituents, is what they're saying. But it's like, I mean, if you guys had the money, you do the same fucking thing. But at the same time, he's a leader, and he should suffer with the rest of you. Go down with the ship, we say. Well, it's the 21st fucking century. No one's like bitching when Nancy Pelosi fucking got her fucking haircut. You know, the whole mainstream media and the whole perception was she wasn't in the wrong. It was a fucking hair salon for even booking her. They should have never booked her or cut her hair inside like she demanded or forced her to wear a mask like she said, don't you fucking tell me to not wear a mask. I'm fucking 86 years old. I don't need to wear a fucking mask. What? And then it's the hair salon's fault? That's crazy. It's like Yelp. A Yelp allowed all these people to attack her fucking business, but like Yelp, you can pay them as much money as you fucking want, and they're still gonna withhold an insane amount of five-star reviews with a very minuscule amount of one-star reviews, and say it's their algorithm and it's impossible to reverse because a computer said so. Like what? You're the fuckery. Let me tell you, a whole bunch of bullshit's coming to light, and people are either fucking woke. Oh my god, you fucking piece of shit. How dare you do that? And then other motherfuckers are like, I'm gonna take my guns and I'm gonna go storm the Capitol and shoot some motherfuckers. We're gonna kidnap Nancy Pelosi. What? Why? Don't be fucking weird. Let's just love each other. Take some mushrooms, smoke some weed, go on a hike, maybe work out 4 times a week. Woo! That'll clear the mind up. I don't know about the mushrooms. You might fucking freak the fuck out, but you just take a little bit of that shit. You fucking feel good, good. Real good. And you don't have to worry about being laced with some fucking nasty bullshit like fucking this fake ass fucking all these other drugs. The scariest thing about buying drugs to any Idaho senator, congressman, or politician in the state, the scariest thing about buying drugs is not knowing if it's the real shit. Honestly, that is it. Like, oh, I don't really like drugs, but when I was younger and I did them, it's like the scary thing was like, am I gonna die because is this even Molly, or is this even like cocaine, or is this even like fucking weed? Is this really mushrooms? Like that's the scariest thing. Like there's this dude that I knew, and he would get mushrooms from the grocery store, throw them in a fucking microwave, and make them look like psilocybin or whatever, like hallucinogenic mushrooms, and he would fucking rob people. That's scary. Then he got these pieces of shit that fucking stomp on all their drugs and throw fentanyl in it and then kill people. It's bad. It's really bad. It's scary. So like we really need just like bring weed legal here in the state of Idaho. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of job opportunity. And there's these weird, like, the police are saying that every single criminal or most criminals with like theft and burglary lead back to marijuhanas. Huh? I know crackheads that do that. I don't know stoners. Like everyone has stolen in their life, but man, unless you're talking about pounds that's getting like trafficked across the state, and we're talking about pounds, like I don't think stoners are really like into robbing people. And you can't just because everyone drinks water, you can't throw water as like the main substitute for people fucking behaving um like psychopaths. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't blame money for greed, you know, like Like these fucking people that take all this money from lobbyists and our government to make things happen. Well, if you want this to happen, you gotta lobby. If you want to lobby, you know what I'm saying, you gotta throw a couple $100,000 down that whole hallway over there, and we'll go pick that briefcase up and just walk like it was never done. But it can't be in U.S. dollars. See, it's got to be in Bermuda currency, because we're gonna go to Bermuda and we're gonna cash out there in Bermuda. That way, it's not traced. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that's real. That's just a thought. And if this is your first time in the channel, welcome to Just Your Average Citizen. That's what we do. That's what I do. I just fucking think a lot. I like to talk it out. Sometimes it sounds like, what the fuck did he just? That makes no fucking sense. How are you gonna put a horse in a car to pull your fucking hay? That just no. I just thought about it. That doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? But then other things like marijuana being proposed in Idaho's Senate to be banned forever, medicinal and recreational, because it leads to crime. And everyone's first drug use is weed. That makes it bad, even though it heals your body and your brain. And it makes you think. And it makes you chill out. And it kills cancer cells. And it helps with diabetes. And it takes away glaucoma, which is your eye cancer. And it helps with a lot of things. And it helps people that are schizophrenic realize they're schizophrenic faster. Because they smoke that bowl, and then their opposite effect starts popping out, and they're like, I'm schizo. It's like, whew, go get fixed. Stop smoking pot. That's it, folks. It does not hurt you. You cannot overdose. It helps with pain. You take a fucking hit of some strong hash, and that broken arm will not feel broken. I don't know if that's true. I've never broken an arm before, but that's what people say. And I believe the healing benefactor over the criminal factor. You're only a fucking piece of shit criminal because the government says the drug's illegal. That's it. I'm a cranky ass motherfucker if I don't have coffee. And it's legal. You know what I'm saying? Well, it cures the cranky. No, bitch. I'm cranky because I don't have my coffee. That's why. Because I'm an addict. I'm addicted to nicotine and I'm addicted to fucking coffee. Dutch Bros. This is not sponsored, but they are the best drive-through franchise for coffee you can get. You goofy four-eyed motherfucker. Mad props. God damn, you're successful. But I said it before, I'll say it again. Your employees do not like the new route you took with the whole corporate thing when you brought on that CEO. They're like, fuck this. A lot of people jump ship. They don't like it. But out with the old, in with the new. As a business model changes, that ship be steering. And the first ones to bounce are the ones that didn't believe in it or believed in the old vision so hard that they're leaving because they can't see the new vision. As a business owner, I'm talking to you because that's the route we got to take when it comes to managing our company and steering our company in the right direction that we see success. No matter what the outsiders see, it's about what we see. And there's nothing wrong with listening to people. You feel what I'm saying? If you're a boss, if you're a manager, if you're an employee, if you're a CEO, it doesn't fucking matter who you are because you're going to die. You feel what I'm saying? And the life we live is about spreading the success and happiness that we have to other people. Humans, we're on a building block. You feel what I'm saying? So like our DNA, that helix, is capped with these things called itineraries. Oh no, that's a book, ain't it? Fuck. Capillaries? No, that's not what it is. Son of a bitch. Motherfucking Google it. There's these caps that go on our DNA helix, right? And is what these caps do is every time we get angry and the bad adrenaline and bad stress, it causes these caps to melt. They start shrinking like our fucking ice caps in the North and South Pole. You dig? That shit is shrinking, which is what it does as your DNA caps fucking shrink, your skin starts like, have you ever seen a meth addict that's just hard on meth for like 10 years? You know what I'm saying? They look gross. They look fucking gross. And That's what happens with bad stress. That's why meth is such a bad drug. Is one, it's man-made, and two, it fucking kills you, and it kills your brain, and it makes y'all fucking weird. And so like we want to extend human life. The best way to do that is eating healthy, financial freedom, and sharing love. Smiles. Humans can't live without smiles. That's one reason why I'm against the mask bullshit, is because you can't see everyone smile. It's not an N95 requirement. If it was an N95 requirement, then I would humbly apply. But now they have like this double mask rule, and it's like, what? You don't wear two condoms. I had a sex ed teacher in high school, and he was saying wear two condoms for better protection. And then that was one of the first times I ever spoke up in class to correct an instructor or a teacher, is because I knew when I was taking sex ed in both jail, I grew up in jail as far as like middle school or high school. Like all my high school years, I was in jail, and most of my time when I was in like middle school and I'd like go to juvie, and then I spent a long time in jail. Burnt down my high school bleachers. Don't do that. And so like I had sex ed in my military school. I had sex ed in jail, and then I get out of jail to finish high school for like the last 4 months, I think. And this dude's talking about fucking two condoms. Don't wear two condoms. That shit'll rip, and then you're gonna get an STD, or you have a chance of getting an STD, and you have a chance of getting a bitch pregnant, or you have a chance of getting pregnant. And like, it's don't wear two condoms. That's the most retarded thing. Anyone ever tells you that, it's like a mask. Don't wear two masks. If they're gonna force you to wear two masks, like you really have to think like, who the fuck are they to tell a grown ass fucking adult what the fuck to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I own a bong shop. Inhale Bliss was the very first bong shop since the big shutdown in Idaho. Before my shop, there was all the shops in Oregon, up there in Ontario, Oregon, which is right on the border, and they were taxing. They were taxing hard, and so I talked to the shop owner there, and she was telling me anyone that opens up a store in Idaho is a fucking idiot because they're just gonna get shut down. So I was my boo and I, my ex boo and I, my son's mom, we was already thinking about doing one for a long time. And then I met this bitch, and that just lit the fire under my ass. I knew I had to do it. So a year later, finally pulled the trigger, and just started hustling, started grinding, found different ways to make money. Like right now, if you're in a shutdown and your business is forced to close because of some tyranny in your state or in your city or in your county, welcome to my world. You are officially a black market. And if you're not going out of your way and doing a legit real hustle, and the hustle is whether, so your city, state, county just made it illegal to sell food out of a fucking restaurant that was already applying to all health standards. So now you have to do the same thing in your kitchen and sell it on Facebook groups. Well, that makes you a fucking outlaw. Welcome to my world. Selling bongs. Bong shops, we don't get a market. We don't get to spend money on marketing. That's why I bought this big, sexy, beautiful fucking camera. Look at that hand. Is because the radio people were like, yo, we want to get you on our we want to get you on I'm sorry, I'm watching the cryptocurrency BNB shot all the way up to like $305 this morning. It's like $100 spike in a day. Woo! Some people be balling. Um, so like I can't cuss on the radio, and clearly I fucking cuss. You can't say bong on the radio. So it's just like you want to spend $3,000 in a month. It's like Jesus, dude. Like I can buy this camera and do this myself. And then I was talking to other people who have like half the quality of camera equipment that I have, and the way that they're painting out my vision wasn't how I wanted it. And they're gonna charge me like $1,000 a month to do my stuff for me. It's like, you know what, man? Like I can save $29,000 a year and do it myself. So I did. And I was learning, and it was pissing me the fuck off, and it was hard, and it was very difficult. And now I make really fun videos for Snapchat and Instagram and with my staff. And if you haven't seen some of our videos, just go to our Instagram for my business at Inhale Bliss 365. And then I just started my Instagram channel for Just Your Average Citizen. It's just your underscore, like the line that lays on the floor. Your oh wait, just your underscore average citizen. So give me a follow on the IG, and that's just gonna be strictly me talking my thoughts, weird shit. If I get banned, whew, cancel culture, baby. 2021, year of the fuckery. That's what it's about. And so we're just highlighting different things, whether people call it a fucking conspiracy, or if it's you just fucking thinking like freedom of thought is gonna be fucking outlawed soon. Like I I bet. I bet. Especially when Neuralink gets up in here, people are gonna be fucking throwing fits. But I'm with it. I love Elon. I trust the man. He is our savior, is what I believe. He's gonna save the human race. It's either him or China. Who's it gonna be? Scary. So scary. China wants to live forever. Whew. Scary shit, them people. Not the people, but the government. Man, that is wild. You just gotta. What's China doing? What are they doing? They are fucking rich. Man, they control the world almost. I mean, it happened. The whole entire fucking planet followed the same procedures that China did. China got the NBA to shut the fuck up too. You know what I'm saying? That's an American company. Hmm. Weird. So if you're if you're in a if your business is shut down due to your state, county, or city, you got to grind, you got to hustle, and that's just gonna add the stress on your life to like, fuck, I might get in trouble. Well, you can get in trouble, or you can be homeless, and you're gonna be in more trouble if you're homeless. I promise you that. So you gotta make it happen. So like, best ways to make it happen is staying positive and staying true to your core values. You just constantly go with your best foot forward. Yeah, people are gonna piss you off, people are gonna test you, but it's your job to not react to that. Like me, if you want to own a business, so I went to a fucking dealership to try and get my fucking my serpentine belt changed on my truck. I've been calling these fools for like 8 months, letting them know, like every now and then, every time I got my oil changed, the people that does my oil, again, I'm the least motherfucking manly man you'll ever meet. Okay, I don't usually can fix my own shit. I can do some stuff, but I'm ignorant as fuck. These aren't things that I was taught. These aren't things that I learned. I learned very hard ways on how to buy whips, like a work in progress vehicle, and then it breaks the fuck down on me because I'm too poor to afford like nicer shit. And I'm buying like $600,000 cars, and I always had friends that would help me fix them because I can never take them to a mechanic. And so I just learned with things as I go. But mechanics are fucking mechanics. It's what they do. They go to school for this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I trust these people. I go to the fucking dealership and they tell me six different things, six different stories about my truck. First, because he has a T1000 and I have a Tacoma, my Tacoma's ran by a chain because his is ran by a belt. And then like I pull it in, they get me this fucking different type of fucking belt, which isn't a serpentine belt, it's a fan belt. And then it turns out because my truck's supercharged, which I'd already explained to them, that they ordered the wrong belt and it's my fault because I told them it was a serpentine belt. I'm just like, well, I told you guys everything, and you've had my truck in here multiple times, and why is it my fault now? And then I cussed the dude out because it's like if you're in customer service, you don't assume. Okay, if you're in sales and it's your job, especially a $40,000 fucking truck with a $10,000 fucking supercharger in it, and you're gonna fix that shit, you kind of want to shut the fuck up and ask a bunch of questions and do a bunch of research before you actually give out information. It's like if you come into my bong shop and you say, I need a banger, and I say, great, here's the best banger for you. They're 235 bucks. And you're gonna be like, Is there anything else? Yeah, but it's not going to work for your rig. This I 100% guarantee this is going to work for your rig. And the customer's like, oh, okay, great. So they buy it. The $235 banger ends up being a female 14 at a 45 degree, right? Well, if you're in sales, you're already like, bro, like, why the fuck would you do that? You're a fucking idiot. Like, you didn't ask any questions, you didn't qualify, you didn't build rapport, you didn't say even fucking hello, you didn't ask what kind of rig do you have. Are you smoking out of a bong, which is 8 inches or taller with a fuck ton of perks? Then it's just going to be a bad situation for your dabbing. Or are you dabbing out of a rig? And is it sitting at a 45 or a 90? Do you have a 10, 14, or a 19 millimeter bolt, 18, 19? Fucking Americans, we don't use a metric system, so everyone just rounds up. 19 is what they say, or 18, because that's what it says before the zero point 0.8 decibel. You feel what I'm saying? So it's to the rest of the world, it's 19. To America, it's 18. So it's the same shit. Or you know what I'm saying? They could even just have a grommet bong with the fucking carb on the back that has the bowl on the front, and it does like, you know what I'm saying? It could be a grommet bowl bong. You don't know because you didn't ask questions. And then that customer is gonna be like, bro, I just spent $235 on this. I can't return it, and I'm never fucking going back there again. I'm gonna leave some negative reviews, and I'm gonna tell all my friends how shitty my experience was there. But then all his friends, most of them are gonna be like, bro, we go there like every week. Inhale Bliss is fucking fire. So now that dude's gonna feel like a fucking outcast because he's gonna be odd man out having a worse experience, and he's just gonna be like, fuck, man, people just hate me. I just have a shitty fucking life. Fuck this year. This year sucks. Fuck COVID. It ruined everything. It killed my grandma. I'm sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know how somebody's fucking thinking. So the absolute best thing you can ever fucking do, especially if you're in sales, especially if you're in customer service, and goddamn, especially if you own or want to own your own business, you have to have a foundation of success. And that success isn't fucking balling out like fucking Floyd Mayweather. Like, Jesus Christ, that guy's fucking rich. But he fucking earned it. He's a super smart fucking person. I don't really know, but I listen to Joe Rogan a lot, and he says Floyd Mayweather is like one of the smartest boxers ever. And so, like, you just you have to lay a solid foundation with success. And the beginning of success is first the way that you think, because the way that you think is going to determine how how you carry yourself, and then it's going to determine how you speak, and then that's going to reverberate. It's going to come back at you tenfold. That's what karma is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's how you treat people. Those people are going to think about the positive or the negative, and that emotional value, that energy is going to go back into the world times 10, because humans, we amplify. With me, everyone in my life, like my booth thing and my employees, when I'm fucking, woo, let's fucking get it. Woo, it's a good ass motherfucking day. We gonna fucking crush this shit. Everyone's like, yeah, I feel that. Let's get that. All right, boy. And then when I'm like, God damn it, those motherfuckers at that goddamn Toyota dealership, they fucking wasted 3 hours of my fucking day. Fuck them. I'm going to the Subaru dealership down in Boise. Then my employee's like, whew, man, I'm feeling that. Fuck, bro, I'm gonna fuck someone up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you gotta watch what you say, because even if you're fucking pissed off, man, like, letting someone have it, there's two different ways. I just can't stand for people fucking, especially a dealership that's gonna, like, I'm gonna risk $60,000 truck with all the parts that are on my truck and shit. It's about 60 grand. I'm not going to risk a $60,000 vehicle for someone that says, you need this. Nope, you need this. Every time I call, it's something different. Your extended warranty doesn't cover this. Now it does cover this, but it doesn't cover this, but it will cover this, with my fucking supercharger, which was installed by Toyota corporate. You feel what I'm saying? And then they hit me up today after yesterday telling me the part's actually cheaper. Then hits me up today and says your part's actually $100 more expensive. It's like $86 more expensive. And it's like, dude, nope. When you're in sales, you better repeat the same shit over and over and over. Because, like, with me, I was mentored in a motherfucking T-Mobile kiosk. I was one of the last mobile solution employees, that was the T-Mobile kiosks in the mall, which is one of the reasons that T-Mobile stopped doing kiosks in the malls because it was such a fraudulent company. But I was brought up in one of the least fraudulent markets, and I was taught correctly. You feel what I'm saying? And then Portland has a huge Russian community. And the Russians, the way that the Russians do like their buying process from salespeople is they'll send their kids, right? And then mom or dad will come later, and they'll only deal with the same person. And then eventually they'll come with the whole family. And is what they do is the kids go out and they ask a bunch of questions, and then they go back, give it to mom and dad, and then mom and or dad will come ask a couple questions and just fucking walk off like a dick, just like, okay, thank you, nah, it's fine, nope, okay, nope, just bam, okay, this that, bam. And then they come back, and if you misinterpret yourself, they'll fucking walk, and then they'll go to the T-Mobile corporate store and do the same fucking process. And they do this to everybody. It's a smart buying process. And then because it's like Eastern Europe, they always try and haggle. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, nah, man, it's phones, bro. You're paying this. Nope, can't. Nope, can't. You know what I'm saying? And you just stick to it. And they'll buy. Like my truck, I took me a month to save up the money and grind and fucking bust. It's like 2 months. It was a long time to grind and bust my ass. And like every week I'd call, still there? Any better deals? Meh, meh, meh. Nope. I think they knocked like $100 off, but you know what I'm saying? Like I tried and I hit my goal and I got my truck. And so like with the foundation is positive thinking, positive speaking, positive body language. And then you have to always ask like you have to take care of your customers, because I'm never going back to that dealership ever, and I'm obviously blasting them here on my podcast because they did such a poor service. And so is what you need to do is you need to ask questions. And even if you know like you know that they have like a glass hole rig that's a 10 mil and it's a 90 degree, and they're telling you, bro, I swear it's a 45. A simple way to solve this entire problem is like, well, bro, by chance do you have a picture? And the reason I ask is because like we have a super strict no return exchange policy, and I would hate to sell you this very expensive banger because we won't be able to exchange it if either one of us is incorrect. So we just need to make sure that we're 100% accurate with your purchase today. That way that you're not leaving with like buyer's remorse and you don't get home disappointed. We want you to have like the best fucking smoking experience possible. And they'll be like, dude, that's totally fucking fair. Let me go home, I'll get a picture, and I'll come back. Or, yeah, I got a picture here. Or my boo thing, or my mom, or my brother, or my roommate. I'll have them take a picture of it, and I'll send it to you. Like, I've had so many people walk out of my doors, go back to their house, and come back either that day or a week later and hit me up on my social media and be like, bruh, is this the right size? Like, yeah, dude, you were super right, but I'm sorry. I just had to make sure. Let me hook you up with something because, like, we couldn't help you immediately that day. And they're like, yeah, bruh. Like, I hook it up with a box of terp wipes, you know what I'm saying? Like, some terp pearls, like, something, bro. Just to, like, because you're literally driving from Boise, coming to Nampa, and then you have to drive all the way back, and then other shit happens, and then fucking eventually you get back to coming back into my store. But because we have a no return exchange policy, you know what I'm saying? Like, most states you can't even where like let's say this guy was smoking it for weed or oil or whatever, you know, like it's a used product and it can't be returned, just like a pack of cigarettes. You can't return a pack of smokes that you buy at the gas station. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. um so it's to protect my business, and it's to protect my customers, and it's to protect my employees. And most people understand that and agree with that. And even though it's a shitbag policy, and I wish I could fucking change it, but you know, as laws and time moves forward, and we see what the fuck happens with Senator Grow, you feel what I'm saying? We'll make changes. But until then, this is just how it is. And most of our customers understand that because that's how it is, like nationwide. Now, there are always circumstances, as you've seen with COVID. You know, the government can step in and say you can't wear one mask, you have to wear two masks, otherwise it's a fine. If you're selling food out of your fucking registered and licensed business, you're going to get $10,000 fines. especially for outside dining. And if there's a TV on while you're outside dining, mm-mm, nope, you're gonna get fined and you're gonna get shut down. Like, what? How the fuck does that work? Impeach those people. Get them the fuck out of your office and bring in some real fucking humans that understand economics, that understand how to run a fucking business and a government. You know what I'm saying? Like, not some fucking tyrannical fucking assholes that want to control everything and say, no, you can't do this. You have to do it this way. This is the only way it works. When clearly it doesn't. It's wild, man. Fucking wild. So with the foundations, man, you have honesty, you have integrity, you have 80% listening and 20% talking. Your customers need to express themselves. They have to. And if you're not allowing them to express themselves by talking over them, by interjecting, by arguing, by fighting, but not actually finding solutions, you're going to lose your customers. Not only that, but it's a bad way to start a business. So if you want to start a business, the best recommendation I can have is fight for management. You want to be a manager, but you don't just want to be a manager for the fucking title. You want to be a manager for the education. That's what you want to do. The coolest part about America is you can fucking do anything. You can grab your cell phone and put it on. So I got this mini nail coil stand. It's pretty sweet. Let's just see if the zoom will work. Bam! There it is. Mini nail. Brought to you by Inhale Bliss. Over here at Just Your Average Citizen. These stands are only 20 bucks, okay? And if you have one of those popper thingies on your cell phone, like most of us do, you feel what I'm saying? You just pop that bitch out and set it down. And then you can do a podcast. Look at that. And with that, like, it's super titties because then you just do that and you upload it to your podcast source and bam, you can make money. You can make $18 to $50 per CPM. It's like 1,000 CPM, and then you get 18 to 50 bucks or some shit. I guess pretty sweet. So like you throw it on YouTube, then you throw it on all the other podcast platforms, and boom, that's it. And if your shit takes, it takes. If it don't take, hey, you fucking tried. And it's better to try and fail than not try because you'll fail anyways. You feel what I'm saying? And so like with the like you have to listen to your customers. You have to. You have to understand what they're saying and you have to ask questions. You feel? So like with my truck, I tell them I got an extended warranty on it. Does this cover it? No, I guarantee it doesn't. Okay, well, I had a stereo that shit out, and you guys started charging me $5,000, and then you found out that it was covered under my extended warranty after going through a bunch of rigmarole for 2 months. Well, I promise you this isn't. Okay. And then they call me back, and they're like, oh, well, this isn't covered, but your supercharger isn't. Or your supercharger is. But it's like during that first conversation, they're telling me my super isn't covered. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like putting your foot in your mouth with every single conversation, and every conversation you have with that same customer is always different. It's a bad way to conduct business because it loses trust with the customer and it loses all comfortability. Like it's like, dude, you have no idea what you're talking about. It's like if you're going to buy a gun and you know fractional information about guns, and then your gun dealer is calling them clips and is calling like um I don't know much about guns. Let's say fuck, bullpup by ISI, Israeli IWI, yeah, Israeli Weapons Industries. So let's say it's a bullpup, which is the rear loading mag, right? And they're calling it a machine gun. It's like it's not a machine gun, bro. Like what's the name of the rifle? You know what I'm saying? Who makes it? And it's who is it? Like I don't know much about guns, but that's exactly it. Like you don't want to buy a firearm from somebody if they're calling it a machine gun and a clip, because it's just like, bro, like no, man, you better call it what the fuck it is, because that kills people. That can kill people, and that kills things, and it's very dangerous if used incorrectly. You feel what I'm saying? So like there's certain things. And then with the whole freedom factor, it's like with our government, they're all about this control state, right? Like fucking I gotta control you. But like honestly, like if the state of Idaho wants to ban weed, then let's get on board and make it to where bars have to keep the customer's keys if they drive to the fucking bar. You feel what I'm saying? Like they have to give them keys. They have to. And you have to give them your vehicle key. And that way it's going to bring down like probably 80% of drunk drivers. Like that's just a weird statistic I just pulled out of my head, but who the fuck knows? Like they could be forced to take an Uber and then go back to the fucking bar and then realize, wow, this just wasted a whole bunch of my fucking money and time. I ain't gonna do this a lot. And then I'll bring down drinking. Yeah, bars might lose money. Fucking deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's better the bar loses money versus someone losing their life, depending on who you are. Money is worth more if the person's life isn't valued that much. You feel what I'm saying? And value on a dollar end, like our military, when our military is making strategic plans, troops are worth like $50,000. That's how much it costs for like one U.S. soldier or some shit. It's something I read or watched in a movie like back in the day. It was like fuck, dude, what was it? The Gulf War, I think. And they're breaking down how much each soldier is worth, and that's how they like say this is worth it to do that kind of shit. It sucks. It really does suck. And if you're enlisted in the military, man, like or woo man, I love our vets. Totally respect y'all, and you guys are our future defense. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if it isn't for our vets, let's say we get invaded, and me being a dumbass man that does no shit, we get invaded. Well, it's our veterans that have the military experience that are going to be able to train the civilians to fight the invading threat. You feel what I'm saying? That's why our vets are so fucking important, is because they are the last line of defense when our government fails. And every government fails. Every government. And the more control government has, that's more of a topple that's going to happen. You feel what I'm saying? That's why the people need to be in control. That's why the people are elected government officials, is to try and keep that kind of structure going. But as we see here in 2021, 2020 laid a shitty fucking foundation, and we're going to see the repercussions of that shit. I, that's what I feel. That's what I think. Um, but like with sales and business, it's all the same. Okay, you have to make sales to stay in business, no matter what it is. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're like, man, I want to own like 10 businesses like Elon Musk or like motherfucking Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos has his AI, he has his accounting, he has Amazon.com, he has Kindle, he has a whole fuck ton of different businesses. And he's got like 3 warehouses here in Idaho now, just in the Treasure Valley. Dude's balling out. Started with selling used fucking books on Amazon.com, handwritten and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so you don't need millions of dollars. You just need to have an idea and the motivation to fucking drive it. And then through that, you need to build a team, because it's goddamn impossible to build an empire with just yourself. You have to have a team, and that team has to see the same exact vision, because all a business is just a group of people that share the same vision and idea, and they want to take that road to success, and or that vessel to success, because a vessel is just your business that takes you to a point. And with my business is number one all about customer service and the customer experience. I could have done a website instead of a retail store, and I probably could have done a lot better, but I'm kind of one retarded when it comes to like all that website shit. I don't like it. There's a lot of fraud that happens on that crap. And so like instead I just focused on working with people face to face, because that's what I'm really good at. It's what I love doing. I love helping people find solutions to their problems. And I love helping spread the positive, good energy that I have with people face to face. You feel what I'm saying? It makes people feel really good. And so like um I could have done the website, but I didn't, because I want the human experience with my business. It's all about the experience. So eventually I got my business, bam, got the storefront after grinding in my apartment. And then now I have the corner store. I had 2 stores, but one store got cleaned out. You really got to watch who you go into business with. If you go into business with anyone, you better make sure, because you have an operating agreement. Just like the state has a legislation and a constitution, your operating agreement is like your constitution for the business. It has your protections, your rules, everything. And you better make sure that shit is fucking fundamentally sound, that says it's going to protect you no matter what. Fuck everyone else. In business, everyone says it's just business. There's so much fucking bullshit, malarkey, fraud that happens that's technically not legally fraud, because in order to prove fraud, you have to hit them on there's like 7 out of 8 things that you have to prove to the judge, even if it's sound. Like the piece of shit that cleaned me out, even if it's sound and it's like, I have videotapes, I have texts, I have employee testimony, I have money. The money's gone. Where'd the money go? All my inventory's gone. Police records from calling the police to try and stop them. The police saying, no, we won't, because they're also a business partner and the operating agreement says this. Well, it's not a fucking cop's job to tell you what the operating agreement says. It's the cop's job to say, this is a business matter. You guys need to take it in court. Stop doing what you're doing and take it into court. If you come back here and do this again, we're going to arrest you. But the Garden City police did not do that. While I'm in Florida getting cleaned out, I'm getting cleaned out in Idaho. Like, I was about to open up a third shop in Florida and that shit happened. You feel what I'm saying? And the fucking Garden City police didn't do shit about it. They let it happen. And the attorneys that I hired, they they didn't go after the Garden City police for failing to do their job. They they just milked me for all my money. And that's something you have to be very, very careful about. And like, it's this world is fucking crazy. It's so fucking crazy. And we don't have to worry about tigers and bears eating us, like we did back in the 1600s and the 1900s through that whole stretch of time. Unless you're in India, like you still have to watch out for that big ass river. Like that's scary. I would not want to be attacked by a tiger. Um, and like so like, but we have to watch out for other humans, both in a positive and a negative. We have to watch our backs to make sure we're not getting stabbed, and we have to watch those in front of us to make sure that they're not going to trip and fall. You feel what I'm saying? Like we literally like our community, the Inhale Bliss community that I helped build is one of the best communities I've ever fucking worked with. Like people are fucking positive, super fucking supportive, and they share the same vision that I have. And like your business cannot succeed without your community. So like community focused and driven businesses are the ones that are the most successful. And Idaho produces some of the most powerful companies in the United States. Jackson's Food Stores came from Idaho. Winco came from Idaho. I think Albertsons came from Idaho. Sensi is in Idaho. There's so many more businesses like Snake River Wagyu. Woo, that should be good, good. That's here in Idaho. Inhale Bliss is here in Idaho. And like, there's so many more businesses that I just can't think of right now that come from guns. If you like guns, some of the best firearms come from Idaho. All the suppressor technology and the silencer technology, the best of them, Gemtech, came from Idaho. Like some of the best businesses come from Idaho because the community is so supportive for Idaho business. The Idaho government does not like they're like super fucking lax with businesses. This is the number one state for manufacturing. Like you get so many tax breaks for being a manufacturer, especially with guns and ammunition and other stuff. If you're building things and creating things, Idaho loves it. Go for it. We're not going to tax you a whole bunch. We'll tax the people buying it. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's how it works. And then our state taxes are pretty cheap. Like it's only 6%. It's fire. It's a really good state to build your business. If I was still in Oregon or California or Washington, I could have never built this. Never. Like I don't think it could have happened. I've always been in trouble. Oregon, I don't know, for some reason, I just get like I've been arrested. I've been fucking pulled over. I mean, yeah, I didn't have a license. I didn't have registration. And even the times I did, I still got harassed. So like it's I don't know. I'm not a big fan of like Oregon because like they like really put the pressure on you um with like they'll find any reason to pull you over and give you a ticket. It felt like a lot. It was really bad. Here in Idaho, it's just so open and chill and people are friendly. And so it like makes it easier to breathe and live happy and easy is because our surroundings are like that. And that's why it's so important to be so positive and reinforcing. and just spread love, man. Just be fucking happy. Smile. You know what I'm saying? You wearing a mask? Bitch, you better smile through your eyes. Mm-hmm. You better let us know you smile. You know what I'm saying? You get that little twinkle and shit. They just lighten up. You see the happiness through them fucking pupils. Or don't wear a mask. If you're sick, stay the fuck home. If you ain't sick and you're sick, or I'm sorry, if you're sick, stay home. And if you ain't sick, just fucking be precautionary. You know what I'm saying? Like, social distancing is like in in elementary school when they said keep your personal distance, stay out of people's bubbles, you know, just be nice. That's it. That's the easiest way to do it, and that's the best way to keep your customers. And like with social media, like back in the day, I unblocked a lot of people for just constantly posting negative shit. Like, it's cool, we're all fucking human, we're gonna have a bad fucking day. This all of last week carried over to this week with like such, well, not all last week, I'd say it's been about like 5 days now of just like kind of negative thinking for me personally. And it's one, I'm stressed out because I was supposed to have this podcast done on Sunday, but Sunday was Valentine's Day and my boo thing took me out and shit. And like, you know, we had fun. We went way the fuck out of town. And so like it kind of threw off my habits because like I was gone for so long and I drove for like I think 10 hours, you know what I'm saying? So like for the back and forth. And so like it's fine, you know what I'm saying? But you just got to get back on track and realize to yourself like, whew, I'm being a negative bitch. Even when you go to work and you're dealing with your customers, people will pick up on that tone and they'll see that difference, especially if you're showing yourself and talking about everything every single fucking day on social media. Like, the shit, it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of practice and it takes constant repetition in order to make it successful. You're going to fail. This is my first business, like official business, and I'm lucky that it succeeded. I'm very lucky. Um you like you have to save money. You have to pay your taxes. You have to pay your employees. Like, period. If you're ripping your fucking employees off, you're a piece of shit. Like, simple as that. You are a piece of shit if you're ripping off your employees. If like you tell someone, I'm gonna give you a trade. I'm gonna give you $12 an hour plus overtime if you give me your time at my business. And at the same time, if you're accepting that trade of hours for your time of work, then, or money for your time of work, then you better fucking do it. Just like that motherfucking employer better pay you. There's a lot of laws and shit that protects the employees from the employer. But at the same time, here in Idaho, the employer can fire your ass if you ain't doing your job right. And like that's where it is. You doing your job perfect, great. You're doing good. If you ain't doing your job and you're half-assing and shit, you better realize that. And the owner and management better talk to you about that shit, because you can't just be like passive aggressive, you know what I'm saying? Be a passive aggressive like manager, like decision maker, and just hold everything in the dark, and then bam, out of nowhere, you're fired. That sucks. Fuck that. I worked for employers that did that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you let's say you got your business up, you built your customer base, and you're growing your company, and you need a fucking break. Okay? You need a break from dealing with either customers in store so you can have more time to do the other things that your business requires, or you need time to just step back and observe the business and catch that breath. Because like, even when you're working out, I don't like to go hard every single day. I when I was working out a lot, I worked out 6 7 days a week, and I would do it for anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours a day. And I I was just consistent, and I would never max myself out. I would just start low. Some days I just do pussy weights just to like get blood flowing, just to fucking feel my joints move, just to feel good, just to wake up. Other days I'd go fucking pretty hard. But most of the time it was like half, you know what I'm saying? But it's all about the form that you're doing it in, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have a good form and good technique in order to have maximum gains for everything. That's life. Technique and consistency. That's it. And you'll fucking succeed. Like, you just have to be consistent. No one likes inconsistencies. That's why 2020 was such a fucking joke, is it was so inconsistent. These people are burning down this shit, but it doesn't matter. These people are standing in front of the Capitol with guns that aren't shooting. It fucking matters. Like, they're not going in the Capitol. They're standing out there saying, don't take away our gun rights. Here's our guns. Don't take them away. That's it. No one's shot. No one's threatened. But houses and businesses and all get burnt and destroyed and robbed and cleaned out. And it's like no big deal. You know what I'm saying? It just like that irks me. It really does. And I'm not talking about the storming of the Capitol. I was talking about, I think it was Georgia, way before all that shit. Um, so it's just like it's all of our perception, and there's people out there, and it's their job to fucking mislead and lie. It's just their job. That's what they do, and it's who they are. And like this dude, I paid him like fucking $6,000 to build my website, and he fucking ripped me off, and he lies to people, and he stole from me, and he manipulated a lot of people in my life, and like he's just a scumbag piece of shit. The dude deactivates his social media accounts like every other week just to fucking stay hidden. You feel what I'm saying? So like if there's people like that, yeah, there's people like that, but it's a small percentage. Most of us are like me. We're just here in the middle, looking back and forth, like, fuck, what's going on over there, huh? Oh, you guys are doing that over. Ooh, man, crazy shit going on. What's next on TV? I want to see it. Woo, Twitter? Oh, no, I don't read Twitter. Mm-mm. I read Twitter when I'm taking a shit. That's it helps me poop. You know, like a bunch of bullshit on Twitter. Let's see how well y'all can make me take a shit this morning. Um, but like it's so where the fuck was I? The fundamentals of the business, the heaving hiving. It's you just got to be positive and stick with it, be consistent, and just stay true to your core values. Like that's it. People want honesty. People don't want to be misled and fucking lied to. That's that's it. Retail stores are gonna go the fuck out of business, and retail stores are gonna be like one of the last real human experiences of buying. Otherwise, it's all gonna be online, and that's why my business is gonna succeed. And some other business owners that I know, they're gonna fucking succeed because they crush it. Their employees love their fucking job. They love helping people, and the owners love helping people. They're super beautiful people. And there's other owners where they're just fucking shitbags and they lie and mislead and take advantage of people's ignorance. And that's not the way to do it. If you take advantage of people's ignorance to make a lot of money, you're a scumbag. Like simple as that. That's what you are. With it's not the right way of doing things. The best way to run your business, like Corey Barton Holmes, that motherfucker, he's one of the largest property owners, right? He owns a fuck ton of property here in Idaho, and he builds houses on top of the property that he owns. So it's a double double. Gets the houses built, owns the property. House gets built, owns the property. Like money, so much money. The dude's smart as fuck, I would say, and all of their trucks are Toyotas, right? So I'm like, huh, Corey Barton, bro, he knows quality. Fuck yeah, bro. Every one of the trucks that have CBH on it is a fucking Yoda. Hell yeah. So I'm looking, and then like a couple years ago, I was in the house buying market, and I should have bought them anyways because now they're worth more, even though they're pieces of shit. I go in this house and it's all echoey, and like you step in the kitchen and it's all echoey, and then like I have customers and stuff that tell me and like, but anyways, whatever. I'm not gonna bash on him because he already went through his lawsuit, and but before he got sued for not upholding his warranties, right? And so Corey Barton, everyone like word went around, and it's like, don't buy Corey Barton, bro. Go Hayden Holmes. Because like Corey Barton, like people would say like, bro, when we go by a Corey Barton house and like the roof and shit, where it's all connected, like there's just nails hammered in, like they fucking don't know what the fuck they're doing. And air conditioning, the vents, foundation. I don't know if it was foundation, but a whole bunch of shit was wrong, and he wasn't upholding the warranties for the customers, like the home buyers on these brand new houses that were falling apart like within the first 1 to 3 years. So he got his ass sued, and now he covers his warranties. Now he'll go back through his warranties and he'll take care of the warranties. I don't know if it was 3 years. I'm just going off of memory from what a lot of people have told me. And but like that's the thing. Like you don't want to have like, oh, I was a shitbag, but now I'm not. But at the same time, if you was a shitbag and now you're not, now you're not. And we're in the now. But you're always gonna have to live with that little scar until that scar's like, whatever. It's a cool battle scar. Look at this. Oh, I got sliced by a tiger in my left eye, and oh yeah, so, it's a good story. And that's all we live. We're just painting our fucking stories. You feel what I'm saying? And like, if you it's like Puffco, for instance, right? So I had beef with Puffco, and then Puffco solved it. And their experience, their customer service used to suck dick for the customer. It used to be the worst. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? That's what they would say. Fuck you. We don't fucking care. Oh, fucking well. Go buy that cheap shit. And then it was, nah, we like our customers. I'm sorry. Your atomizers, they're shit quality. We'll just ship you out some new atomizers for you. Hope that fixes it. Let us know. Bam. Boom. Customer service immediately went from a 0 to a fucking 7. And then they started strong arming businesses like me, saying, if you have any of our competitors in your store, we're not going to sell you the new Puffco Pro. And I'm like, what? I can't get the new Puffco Peak Pro because I have a High Five Duo and a candy pen and a Dr. Dabber in my fucking. Well, they didn't say Dr. Dabber, but some other business owners were telling me that they couldn't carry Dr. Dabber. So I'm like, what the fuck? This is weird. So a bunch of business owners were like, nope, class action lawsuit, let's go for it. And a lot of businesses started revolting and saying fuck that. And then they pulled my order and said it was an accident. You weren't even supposed to get them after already taking my money and holding on to my money for like 5 days. And then they send me a message like, oh nope, you're actually not going to get them on launch day for the new Peak Pro. And so I'm like, what the fuck? So I call him and I'm pissed off and I'm just like, bruh, like, how are you gonna do this to me, dude? Like, what the fuck? And so now they just like they don't even mention it anymore. They're just like, yo, how many you need? Because like they got so much back flack for it. They got so much shit. So many people are fucking pissed off about that. And that's the cool thing is because like when you own a business, bro, and you're as rich as Roger, Roger's a fucking baller. Okay. The owner, the CEO of Puffco, he's got this big, beautiful fucking beard. I don't really like the way he talks to people, but he's obviously smart because he literally created Puffco, and he obviously knows what the fuck he's doing because he has staff that will go to bat for him and his company. And like so he has a dedicated team of people that help him run his business. And excuse me. So like when you're steering that big ass ship, I mean, we're fucking human. We make mistakes. And it's acknowledging that we made mistakes. They didn't fucking apologize to me. They didn't. Raj, Chelsea, hmm? Yeah, Zach, yeah, no, okay. No apologies, but they put their ship into a different course and said, we're going to do better. So now my store, when my customers come in and they buy Puffco products from my business in Hell Bliss and they have issues with it, Puffco and we found a way to where like we can do in-store exchanges for the customer to take care of their warranty issues and make it faster, more convenient, and easier for our customers to keep the faith and the trust in there between brick and mortar and consumer. And like that's the most important thing is because like there's so many brick and mortar stores that are gonna fucking go out of business. Everything's gonna be online. They were saying this back in like 2009, 2010, 2011 that there's gonna be like website malls, and I'm over here in a mall pulling in like $4,500 a month, anywhere from like 28 to 45 because it's commission. So like it was all wavy, and like, no fucking way. I'm making money. And then some dude's talking about Bitcoin. Bruh, you need to get on Bitcoin. I'm like, blockchain, what? I don't know what that is. I don't even own a computer. And then other dude's like, bro, I love your voice, dude. The way you talk, you need to stream on Justin TV. Have you seen that shit? And I'm like, $2,200 to get a computer and the streaming equipment for that? Fuck that. No way. I can do this for the rest of my life. 6 months later, TMS gets sold or closed out. Bam! Commission structure redone with the new company that was able to purchase some of their kiosks. Bam! Life, boom! Hit me right in the face. Everything that I thought was true, adios, amigos. You're fucking done. Sucked. It was fucking hard. I had to retransition with the new business. And that's the worst thing you can do is like if if you're a manager and there's a new business or the company you work for is selling, don't jump ship. Don't do it. Don't jump ship. Yeah, you have to reprove yourself, but that time of reproving yourself is that big. It's that big. It's not another 3 year grind. It's not. I fucking promise you. It's that big because you have new owners that are buying the business that you work for, right? So now's the time to not be a fucking kiss ass and suck dick just so that you can fucking accelerate. But it's the time to literally show that you're invested into the company and you want the company to grow and succeed. That's all business owners want. We just want employees and management that is dedicated to the organization because they see the vision, they believe in the dream, and they want to see it fucking succeed. And as the business grows, those that are growing with the business grow with the business. Like my manager, I pay my manager really well. And then our customers tip. And every single week I see the tips. And I'm just like, fuck yeah, man. You guys are slaying. When I was in my apartment, I used to save all the tips and I put them in a basket for my son. And then my son's mom ended up like we agreed for some stupid reason that she gets to control the savings account. Like I was such a beta male bitch. Like I was such a weak little man. Like don't, don't. Especially when you guys already broke up and you have like $3,000 set aside for your kid. Don't let the other parent fucking handle that money. Make sure you're in control of that shit because then you can guarantee that that money is going to grow and it's always going to be there for your child. Don't have that like what if factor because that's going to throw you off. You feel what I'm saying? Like that'll always be there and I'll always just like tick you a little bit. You want to protect those little ticks and just make it positive. So like just a lesson, if you're on rocky roads or you guys already split up, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever, do your thing, you let them do their thing, and you share love with that kid. Okay? And if you have a savings account, don't let the other parent have control of that shit, no matter what. Don't. Just save it. And as for you too, if you're the parent that does have the savings, just fucking save it and don't you fucking touch it. You just let it be there so that that little kiddo can have like $80,000 or 500,000 or $4 million or whatever by the time they're at the age set of like probably 27. I'd say that's probably the best age, 27, 21, 27, somewhere around there when they're fucking becoming a really good adult and then not even telling them about it so you can just surprise them. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, surprise, here's 2 mil. They'll be like, what? Shut up. Yeah, you got $2 million. Yeah, look at that. It's just here we go. Let's go pull it out. Like, imagine what their face would be like. Instead, because like I grew up and one of my neighbors, one childhood friends, he got hurt and he was supposed to have like $300,000 by the time he turned 18. But his mom's was just pulling all that money out. Just kept pulling out all that money. Pulled out all the money. So he had like $3,000 by the time he turns 18 versus like 300,000. That's a true story. I don't remember the exact dollar amount, but it's a retarded amount of money. It was a lot. And you want your children to be successful. You don't want them to fail because of you. You want them to be successful because of you. So set your children's foundation right and help them be successful so that they can own a business or work for a great business, have the opportunity so that they can have the knowledge and the skills on what to look for in every type of relationship, whether it be a love, physical, friendship, employment, employer relationship. You never know. They could be fucking president one day. Look at Donald Trump. He was. They're trying to revoke his right to be even fucking buried in the presidential burial grounds. Like, let it rest. Fuck. Do your damn job. Stop wasting our fucking money on goddamn fucking drama. It's wild. So wild. So if you're starting a business, if you want to be a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, you fantasize about the prospect of owning multiple businesses to give people the opportunity to work at a great company and be compensated greatly for it, both by whatever. Um, you need to be positive. You need to stay humble. You need to stay human, and you have to have the right training because like you can build like that's why I love Elon Musk and that's why I respect Jeff Bezos so much is because they both have these giant corporations that have so much people in them and their corporations aren't toppling over. Like someone tried to hack into Elon Musk's fucking gigafactory and the dude that was approached for the hack told Elon Musk he's being approached for people to hack and he was offered $1 million. And he told Elon Musk, I was offered $1 million to sabotage your business. Here's their information. Like, that is why Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos' businesses are so successful. Jeff Bezos kind of rips off Elon Musk a little bit. You know what I'm saying? With Star Blue or whatever the fuck his stupid rocket's called. Elon Musk did it first, Jeff. Okay? We all seen it. It's on the fucking videos. Just be honest with yourself. He did it first. If these giant companies work together, like we could propel even faster. But unfortunately, there's competition, and people that have money always want more money. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. More money equals more power, more control, more tools, more toys, more fun, more fucking Cabo trips. Don't bastardize Ted Cruz so much. Fuck, man. The guy's like, I have the money, we're out. I'm sure a lot of people had the money and they're out. But again, Ted, they're your constituents, Mr. Cruz. They are your constituents, and honestly, like sending your family out, I'd have done that. Maybe done like a lottery. Who wants to go with them? You know what I'm saying? Like that shit would have worked. That shit would have worked, bro. But in hindsight, you fucked up. And I agree with your constituents. But you don't need to be bastardized and chastised for it, man. Like people are sad and pissed off. Like things are getting damaged right now. But that's the thing as a leader, like we don't always realize the consequences of our actions until it's already done. And you're like, oh my God. I just wanted to go to Cabo. Why? Why did I go to Cabo? Where's the fucking time machine? Where is it? Damn it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'd all do the same thing. And then in hindsight, we won it. And it takes leadership's failing and leadership succeeding to see. We use other people as as social proof of why you do and don't. The do's and don'ts of life. All you have to do is look at the leaders in front of us, and we have cell phones. You can do that all fucking day long. We have cell phones, and you can read and research and look it up all fucking day long. Like social media, if you're not utilizing social media as a tool to advertise and market and to get the name out of your business, then you're probably gonna fail. It's super fucking important. Like I'm doing a podcast because people ask me to do a podcast. I can't always do the stuff that I'm doing and I always have a lot to say. Obviously, I've been talking for like an hour and 8 fucking minutes now, but like there's people for some reason like to listen to me talk. And people have been asking me for years to do something like this, and I tried it on Twitch, but I don't talk when I play video games. I make call outs and I kill people or I get my ass licked. Like I fucking die and get wrecked and steamrolled. And then other times I do the steamrolling. Less often than more. But I got some good highlights. I got some good clips. I kick ass occasionally. I'm better than you controller players if you do not have fucking auto aim. You know who the fuck I'm talking to, you motherfucker. Um, so like it's all about how we lead and how we can succeed. And the best ways that we can do that is staying positive, staying true, and build good habits. Habits of listening and understanding. You want to listen to understand. You don't want to listen to just respond. You feel what I'm saying? Like you have to understand your customers' needs. You have to understand their wants. You have to understand what it is that they're thinking. I don't know, I'm thinking. So I tell my customers, cool, what are you thinking about, boss? Tell me what's on your mind, bro. And then they tell me. And they say legit, man, honestly, I want this, but I don't have enough money for it. All right, well, we have these other options for you. Did you know about those? Question. And they say, huh, no. Would you like to hear about it? Yeah, yeah, tell me. Cool. Because, like, you don't want to just, like, talk and steamroll your customer with just nonstop talking and never give them a chance to respond because you don't know what they're thinking. You need to have them tell you, yes, tell me about it. That way that you know it's okay for you to talk. Because as a sales guy, like, how annoying is it when you're at Best Buy and you're trying to get help, but then two people are just talking and like, hey, can I get help? And you're like, yeah, just one moment. And they just keep talking. Or one person goes and helps you, and like, I'm trying to find a camera, which I don't know shit about cameras, right? Except for the research that I've done. So I go to Best Buy because they're like, they wear the blue. They know it all. They smart ass fucking nerds, you know? Whew, help me, nerd. I need help. So I go to Best Buy. I'm like, nerd, I need help. I'm looking for a camera. And he's like, oh boy, yeah, we got cameras. I'm like, sweet. I'm going to do pictures and videos and stuff. And he's like, oh, go with the Canon. That's the best. And I'm like, well, no, I want a Sony or a Nikon. That's what I'm looking at. He's like, well, we don't have Nikon, but we do have Sony. Here they are. And then he takes me to the Sony cameras, and it's just like this, with no lens, no lens hooked up to it. It's just hanging out, and then the screen's all blurry. And I'm like, huh, well, can you put a lens on it? And they're like, yeah, no, we don't have any open lenses, so I can't. I'm like, well, what about the new Sony A7R3 or A7R4? It's one of the newest ones. And they didn't have it out on display, but they had it in the box. And I think it was like $3,500, and I wanted to buy it. But I wanted to see it first and take some pictures and look at it and handle it and like see what it does. Why is it so expensive? I can buy it on Amazon and get a huge bundle for like 3,200 bucks, but I'll buy it from you guys for $300 more because that's what buying local does. You support your local businesses who live in your same city, same zip code to keep the money in that same city, same zip, so those people can keep employment, so they can keep spending money in the same city, same zip, so those people can keep. You see what I'm saying? We want to keep our money locally. That way, the local neighborhoods can still flourish and keep up with this insane fucking growth. We don't want to keep throwing our money out, which is great because Amazon opened up a big ass warehouse in Nampa, and all those people start at 15 bucks an hour. All of them start at 15 bucks an hour. And all those people are going to be spending their money in Nampa or Ontario. I guess a lot of people in Ontario got the job, which kind of sucks because it's like now Oregon people are getting Idaho jobs, and then you got people that work in the dispensaries in Oregon, so they're just like getting all the money over there. Sucks, man. Keep it in Idaho. Fuck. Legalize that shit so we can have good fucking opportunities over here and not be criminalized for smoking weed. It's fucking retarded. So with the where was I? We were talking about money and community. Oh yeah, so like with the camera, like they wanted, if I wanted to pull it out of the box and not buy it, they were going to charge me a 15% restocking fee, which 15% of 1,000 is 150, so it's like almost 500 bucks they're gonna charge me if I didn't want to buy it so I can see it. Like, oh man, I didn't want to do that, and I don't like being strong-armed like that. Like, we used to do that in cell phones, and you don't have to do that. You don't. It's an open fucking box. That's what it is. So like, um that's what happened. I'm just like, fuck, dude. So it was always a bad experience. And so I went to a different camera shop in Boise due to the apocalypse. They went out of business, and they let me play with all the cameras. So I bought my camera from them, and then ended up being the wrong camera, and I returned it. There was no restocking fee. Ended up buying a different camera bundle, unfortunately, off of Amazon because Best Buy didn't have it, and they had the older version, and I ended up getting like the A6400, which was cool. It's a great beginner camera. But since then I've upgraded to different cameras, and but that's like the experience. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want returns because you want to make sure that you're like getting them the right thing. And that camera store, they said they couldn't order me the camera. It wouldn't be here for like months, and it's like, well, I can't wait months. I need to get this going now. And so but always, where was I? Um, I don't know. I forget. Customer service. Just just let them play with the toys. You know, you got a retail store, people want to handle shit. Just let them play with it. You know, like, what are you afraid a grown adult's gonna break it? Afraid a grown adult's gonna give you COVID? We'll just cut it off at about now. Throat's getting a crispy crisp. Um, Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you have a beautiful fucking day, beautiful week. Just keep practicing the fundamentals. I do shower talk. It's where like you talk to yourself, or if you're driving, you're in the rearview mirror, and you just say the simple things. You're amazing. You're beautiful. You're the shit. Everyone loves you. And you ask your question, why does everyone love you? And you answer with the question, everyone loves me because I'm humble. Everyone loves me because I'm funny. Everyone loves me because I'm a sweetheart. Everyone loves me because I'm the shit. Everyone loves me because I get shit done. I do things right the first time. I own my success. Everyone loves me because I own my mistakes. Everyone loves me because I'm honest. Everyone loves me because of my integrity. Everyone loves me because I'm so true, and we make it easy for people. And when you're in sales, use the words we, not I. It's really important, because there's multiple decision makers, and if you use the word I, then they're going to be fighting with you, if you know what I'm saying with decision making. But if you use the words we, they're going to accept it as conversation, and it's going to roll through the person's mind, because you don't know who's really defensive and who's really offensive, and like who's critical thinking. You know, I'm a critical thinker. I'm very critical against bad salespeople. I don't like bad salesmanship. I like to make it an easy buying process for my customers, because it's fun. We don't like to make it a hard, difficult buying process, because people don't like that. It's like you get attacked by a tiger in that bush over there, and they're gonna be like, you're gonna be like, yeah, never go to that bush. There's fucking tigers in those bushes. We're gonna go over here. You know what I'm saying? If you make it an easy process, you're gonna be like, oh, there's fruit and food and shit. The deer, they just lie down and say, cut me open and ate me. You know what I'm saying? But so just start it with positivity. This is the year of fuckery. So the best thing that we can do is just be positive, be humble, stay human, and smile and talk to yourself fucking beautifully. The more beautiful you talk to yourself, the more beautiful the universe is going to show you exactly how that is. Much love. Thanks so much for tuning in. Give us a follow if you don't already. Stay tuned for the next one, and be sure to go to my new Instagram page, just your underscore average citizen. Some good shit. Much love. Enjoy the journey. Can't wait to see where it takes us. Stay bliss.